Who controls your emotions? You or every random stranger on the street? If someone can ruin your day with just a few words, maybe you've given them too much power. Be honest. Has one rude comment, one glance, one badly worded message ever thrown off your entire day? You get angry. You replay it over and over in your mind. You ask yourself, why did they say that? How could she act like that? And just like that, your inner peace vanishes. But the Stoics knew this. You don't have to be a prisoner of other people's actions. No one can take your peace unless you place it at their feet. Epictetus said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. So here's what I'm inviting you to imagine. Imagine being the kind of person who can't be broken, who walks through life calm, even when the world is on fire, who meets irritation with dignity, insult with wisdom, injustice with quiet strength. This isn't fantasy, it's called emotional sovereignty. And in this episode, I'll share 10 Stoic principles that will help you. Stop reacting automatically, release anger, and reclaim your power over your own emotional world. This isn't about ignoring your emotions, it's about mastering them. Like a warrior masters his blade, calm, precise, unshaken. You'll learn how to stay rooted in your center, even when life tries to throw you off balance. Whether you're dealing with criticism, broken boundaries, or disappointment in people, you'll walk away with practical tools to protect what matters most, your inner peace. By the end of this video, you'll realize calm isn't weakness, it's strength, and it's a skill you can develop. So if you're ready to become someone who no longer depends on the external, but builds their state from within, your journey begins right now. Drop a comment below. I don't give my power to someone else's words. If someone's words can ruin your entire day, you've handed your peace over to them. It's time to take it back. Lesson number 1. Your reaction is your responsibility. Welcome, warrior. You're going about your day in peace. Coffee in hand, mind clear. Everything feels aligned. And then, one sentence. Rude, arrogant, uncalled for. Your stillness collapses, anger rushes in. You think, why did he ruin my mood? But here's the truth. He didn't. You did. The Stoics taught us, no one can harm your peace unless you let them. And this isn't about pride, it's about power, yours. Epictetus said, it's not what happens to us that disturbs us, but our interpretation of it. In every triggering moment, there's a brief space between what happens and how you respond. That space is where your power lives. In your response lies your freedom. Now picture this. You wear an invisible armor, not to shut the world out, but to stay conscious within it. The noise is still around you, but it no longer enters you. Your job is to recognize the moment when someone tries to step into your inner world without permission and not open the door. Here's a simple example. You share an idea in a meeting. Someone dismisses it, unfairly, even rudely. You could lash out, shut down, take it personally, or you could pause, step inward, and ask, is this really about me? Or is it just a reflection of their own fear, ego, or fatigue? And in that pause, you break the chain of unconscious reaction. You're not suppressing emotion, you're directing it. Emotions aren't the enemy, they're energy. What you do with them, that's where your power lies. Try this simple 3-step shift. Pause. Notice the trigger. Name the emotion, frustration, anger, hurt. Question. Ask yourself, is this truly about the situation or about how I'm interpreting it? Choose. Decide. Will I react from ego or respond from strength? Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Now imagine, you move through life, and nothing shakes your center. Someone snaps at you, and you're still at peace. Someone challenges you, and you remain elevated. The world doesn't stop being loud, but your inner world becomes unshakable. In every moment, you have a choice. Live on autopilot or live as a conscious creator. React, or respond. Your true power lies in your response. This is where Stoic freedom begins. Anchor this in the comments. I choose my reaction. I choose peace. Every time you get upset because someone didn't act how you would have, you forget they are not you, and they don't have to be. Lesson number 2. Stop expecting people to act like you would. You give. You show up. You're there when others struggle. But when your moment of struggle comes, there's silence, distance, and that silence cuts deep. You think, how can they be so indifferent? I would never do that to them. And here it is, one of the hardest but most freeing truths. People don't live by your principles. They live by their own. You are you. They are them. And the sooner you accept this, the less you'll suffer. Epictetus said, "Remember, you are an actor in a play written by someone else." In other words, you are not the director of other people's behavior. And the more you try to be, the more you'll feel the sting of disappointment. Picture this. You expect the rain to hold off just because you have somewhere important to be, but the sky doesn't ask for your permission. It rains anyway. People are like weather, unpredictable, inconsistent, and most of the time, it's not personal. They act from their own fears, patterns, and limitations, not out of cruelty, but out of unconscious habit. A simple example, you're in a meeting, and for the third time, a colleague cuts you off mid-sentence. You feel the fire rising. You want to put them in their place. But pause. Why? You can either burn inside from the expectation that they should be respectful, or you can see it clearly. This isn't about you. It's about them, their habits, their awareness, their level. And then choose not to react, not to take it personally, not to lose your center because someone else never found theirs. Seneca wrote, "Nothing is more useless than anger directed at what you cannot change." A practical shift. Notice the expectation. What exactly were you hoping for from this person? Check for realism. Was that expectation even reasonable, given who they are? Redirect your focus. You can't change them, but you can change your reaction. And that is where your freedom lives. Expectations are like ropes we tie around our own necks. They choke us. Not because people are bad, but because we wanted something they simply don't know how to give. Acceptance isn't cold detachment, it's wisdom. It doesn't mean tolerating toxic behavior. It means refusing to let it steal your peace. Anchor it in the comments. I release expectations and reclaim my power. You might be right, but if you lose your peace, your respect, and yourself in the process, that's not a victory. Lesson number 3, let go of the need to always be right. Think back to your last argument. It doesn't matter if it was something serious or just a silly debate. Once the tension rises, you feel it. That sharp, stubborn urge to prove you're right, to show that your logic is flawless, that your truth is the only truth. And that desire, it drains your energy, it damages connection. Even if you win, you're left with bitterness instead of peace. So why do we cling so hard to being right? Because deep down there's fear. If I'm wrong, I'm weak. If I'm wrong, I've lost. But that's a false equation. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If anyone can refute me, show me I'm making a mistake, I'll gladly change. It's the truth I'm after, not my own ego." That's strength. That's maturity. That's real calm. Here's a real-world example. You and a friend are discussing how to solve a problem. He's convinced his way is better, and it stings. You feel the pull to argue, to prove your point, but instead, you pause, you listen, and you say, "Interesting. Thanks for sharing your view." In that moment, you didn't lose. You won something greater, your peace. Simple formula for emotional clarity. Pause before speaking. Feel that inner pull to be right. Breathe. Step back. Seek understanding, not domination. Ask, what's behind their opinion? What are they trying to protect? Choose your battles wisely. If it doesn't touch your values, your goals, or your well-being, let it go. Seneca said, "We often get angry not because someone wronged us, but because we can't accept that they think differently." What happens when you let go of this need? You free yourself from emotional tension. You stop tying your self-worth to other people's agreement. You stay at peace with yourself, even when others disagree. This isn't about being passive. It's about having the strength not to be a slave to your ego. Anchor this in the comments. I choose peace over proof, truth over ego. If someone else's words can shake your confidence, you've handed them your power. It's time to take it back. Lesson number 4. Don't let other people's words define your worth. Picture this. You're speaking with passion. You're sharing an idea that means something to you. In that moment, you feel real, aligned, alive, and then a dismissive comment, a condescending glance. Someone throws cold water on your fire. You feel your confidence start to drain, like water slipping through your fingers. Why? Because you gave them the authority to decide how much you're worth. You made your self-worth dependent on someone else's opinion. But here's a Stoic truth. What someone says doesn't make it true. How you receive it, that's what defines your power. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "It never ceases to amaze me. We love ourselves more than other people, yet we care more about their opinion than our own." Example, you pitch an idea at a meeting. A coworker smirks and says, "That's not going to work." Your first instinct? Defend yourself, shut down, prove them wrong, or shrink away. But instead, you pause, you breathe, and remind yourself, that's their opinion, not a verdict. You stay grounded, you stay present, and you hold on to the one thing that's truly yours, your self-belief. Here's a 3-step approach to protect your inner confidence. Pause. Take a breath. Don't let the emotion grab the wheel. Separate fact from opinion. Ask, is this true or just their perspective? Listen if there's something useful. Discard it if it's just poison. Reaffirm your worth. Say to yourself, I'm not someone's project. I'm already whole. Epictetus said, it's not what happens to you that harms you. It's how you interpret it. This doesn't mean shutting yourself off from feedback. It means building a filter. Other people's words often reflect their pain, fear, or insecurity, not your truth. Next time someone tries to dim your light with words, ask yourself, do I believe this because it's true or because I'm afraid of being rejected? You don't have to believe every word. You don't have to let every shadow in. You are not someone's opinion. You are your own choice. Anchor it in the comments. I know my worth. I don't need permission to be myself. Every time you say yes to others, ask yourself if you're not saying no to yourself. Lesson number 5, protect your energy through boundaries. Picture this. You're focused. Your mind is full of ideas, clarity, momentum. Then intapper, a message, a call. A friend asks for help with something they could easily do on their own. A coworker throws their last-minute task on your plate because you never say no. You feel the tension rising inside you, but you smile and say, sure. Sound familiar? Your kindness slowly turns into exhaustion when it isn't protected by boundaries. Here's a truth the Stoics understood deeply. Your energy is your responsibility, and boundaries are how you protect it. The world will take exactly as much as you allow. And no, boundaries aren't selfish. They're maturity, they're clarity, they're the realization that if you're drained, you have nothing meaningful to give, not to yourself, not to others. You're like a cup. You can't pour into others if you're empty. Every unconscious yes is one more sip out of your own peace. And if you keep giving, eventually you're not offering kindness. You're serving resentment. Epictetus said, freedom is the ability to live as you choose, and living by choice is impossible without boundaries. Example, you're the one everyone calls for advice. Texts late at night, calls on weekends. You love your people, but you start to feel like there's no space left for you in your own life. Here's what you do. Say it calmly. Say it clearly. I care about you, but evenings are my recharge time. Let's talk tomorrow during the day. No guilt, just clarity. Your peace is a priority. How to start practicing healthy boundaries. Speak calmly and directly. No drama, no blame. Instead of, "You always dump everything on me." Try, "I'm not able to take this on right now. I have other priorities." Use I statements. They reduce tension and make you easier to hear. Instead of, "You always interrupt me." Try, "It's important for me to finish my thoughts. I feel heard when I can speak without interruption." Be consistent. If you draw a line, honor it. If you bend once, people will test it again. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment." Boundaries aren't walls, they're filters. They don't shut people out. They keep energy from leaking out. They don't destroy connection. They keep it healthy. You are not required to be everything for everyone. You are not here to be nice at the cost of your own well-being. Boundaries are a form of self-respect, and self-respect is not a luxury. It's your foundation. Anchor this truth in the comments. I protect my peace by honoring my boundaries. You're not required to carry the weight of someone else's projections, especially from those too afraid to live their own truth. Lesson number 6, detach from the opinions of others. You share something that matters to you, a project, a new goal, an idea close to your heart, and in return, silence, criticism, or that familiar smirk. And suddenly, the doubt creeps in. What if they're right? Maybe I'm overestimating myself. Sound familiar? Here's the truth. When you depend on others' opinions, you give them the right to decide who you're allowed to be. Yes, we all want to feel seen, acknowledged. It's human. But when external approval becomes your measuring stick, you lose yourself. You become enslaved to perspectives that often say nothing about you, but speak volumes about them. Epictetus said, "If you wish to be free, do not let others rule your mind." Imagine this. You're wearing something that makes you feel confident. You walk past someone, they scoff or say, "Weird choice." And just like that, the doubt sets in. Should I change? But were you dressing for them or for you? When you treat their judgment as truth, you're letting them live rent-free in your mind, but your mind should be a sanctuary for your voice, not a storage unit for their noise. How to detach from opinions that don't serve you. Ask yourself, why did this affect me so much? You don't need to suppress your feelings. Just investigate them. Was it pain or fear they might be right? Their words don't take your power. You give it away. Remind yourself, your worth isn't a popularity contest. It's not measured in likes, claps, or comments. It's intrinsic. It's yours, and it does not need defending. Don't cling to every word someone throws out, a careless remark. Picture it like a leaf drifting down a river. You could grab it and carry the weight, or you could let it float on by. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If someone has a poor opinion of me, that is their business. I will continue doing what I believe is right, regardless." So next time someone says something that stings, pause and ask yourself, am I living for them or for me? Because when you choose yourself, you reclaim your energy. You escape the prison of their approval, and you return to your own path, grounded, strong, and free. Drop this in the comments to anchor the lesson. I choose to live by my standards, not someone else's opinions. If you can stay silent while everyone else is shouting, you've already won. Lesson number 7, respond with silence, not anger. You're mid-conversation, someone throws a jab, a snide comment, a provocation, and suddenly the heat rises. Oh, I'll show them. You feel the urge to strike back, to put them in their place, to win. But what if you didn't? What if, instead of snapping, you chose silence? Silence isn't defeat. Silence is inner victory. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy. When you don't react to provocation, you leave the other person alone with their own noise. You deny them fuel for their fire. You refuse to descend to their frequency. This isn't weakness, it's power. And the one who controls themselves controls the moment." Example, you're in a meeting, a colleague throws a passive-aggressive line, Well, that's your opinion, I suppose. You feel it rising, the urge to cut back, to defend, but instead, you pause. You look them in the eye. Maybe you nod. Maybe you answer calmly. Maybe you say nothing at all. And just like that, their fire hits a wall of stillness. Epictetus said, "Freedom is not found in saying everything you want, but in not saying the things that shouldn't be said." How to use the power of silence. Pause. It's your shield when you feel yourself boiling. Pause. Inhale. Exhale. Sometimes the strongest move is no move at all. Listen without defending, let the person speak. You remain the calm in the storm. Listening doesn't mean agreeing. It just means choosing peace over escalation. Speak only if it builds, not breaks. Ask yourself, will my words create something or destroy? If they won't build, leave space for silence. Think about it. How many times have you regretted what you said in anger? Now think, how many times have you regretted staying silent? Much fewer, right? Silence doesn't make you weak. It makes you deeper. So next time someone tries to provoke you, don't rush to react. Say to yourself, I don't owe them a reaction. I choose peace. Because in a world obsessed with having the last word, the one who stays silent holds the loudest power. Drop this in the comments to anchor the lesson. My calm speaks louder than their chaos. Your mind can't feel anger and gratitude at the same time. So which one are you practicing more? Lesson number 8. Practice gratitude to dissolve anger. Picture this. Your day's a mess from the start. Plans fall apart. People test your patience. Small things feel overwhelming. You feel the pressure building inside and you think, why is everything so hard today? But here's one question that can shift your entire state. What can I be grateful for right now? Here's the truth. You can't be grateful and angry at the same time. They simply don't coexist. Gratitude isn't just for good days. It's a tool, a mindset lever, an emotional antivirus that neutralizes anger, fear, and irritation. Cicero once said, gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all others. Gratitude pulls you back into reality, not into fantasy, but into facts. You're alive, you're breathing, you still have options, you're still here. And suddenly your anger doesn't seem so powerful. Example, you're stuck in traffic, you're late, you're fuming. But instead of fueling the fire, you pause and shift. I have a car, I'm on my way somewhere that matters, I'm safe, I'm alive. Just 3 thoughts, and tension softens. The problem didn't disappear, but you stopped being its prisoner. Seneca wrote, true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence on the future. How to train gratitude every single day. Ask the question when tension rises, when you feel frustration coming. Don't fight it. Ask, what do I still have right now? Even on tough days, the basics are there. Warmth, water, shelter, breath, awareness. Anchor it in the evening before bed. List 3 things. No fluff, no fake joy, just facts. What supported me? What didn't fall apart? What did I make it through? This rewires your focus over time. Use gratitude when things go wrong. Someone criticizes you? Instead of lashing out, think, I'm grateful for a chance to practice stillness. This doesn't excuse bad behavior. It's just your refusal to destroy your peace over it. Marcus Aurelius wrote, it's not events that disturb people, but their judgments about events. Gratitude doesn't deny reality. It just changes your angle. You stop seeing only what's broken and start seeing what's holding you together. Next time you feel yourself boiling, pause, breathe, ask, what's still good right now? The answer may be small, but it's enough to return your clarity and restore your calm. Lock this in with a comment. I choose gratitude over anger. If you fear criticism, you hand your power to others. But if you learn to use it, it becomes your weapon for growth. Lesson number 9. Criticism isn't the enemy. It's a mirror for growth. You've been working on something for weeks. You've poured your soul into it. You share it, proud, open, hopeful. And then, a sharp comment, a sarcastic smile, a dismissive, "That didn't land." You feel exposed, angry, hurt. You want to defend yourself, or maybe just walk away. But here's the turning point. What if criticism isn't an attack, but a reflection? Not all criticism is personal. Sometimes it shows you where you're still weak. Sometimes it reveals exactly where you need to grow. And sometimes it says more about them than it ever could about you. Your job, learn to tell the difference. Example, someone says, "This idea is stupid." You have three choices: lash out, shut down, or on a pause and ask, "Is there any truth here? What can I learn or improve? Or is this their fear and projection, not my failure?" How to handle criticism, the Stoic way. Pause before reacting, breathe. Don't defend immediately. Restraint is a sign of strength. Check the source. Ask yourself, does this person understand what they're talking about? Is their opinion based on experience or insecurity? Not every opinion deserves your energy. Extract the essence. Even if the delivery is harsh, there might be a seed of truth. Keep the lesson. Discard the poison. Epictetus said, "If someone speaks ill of you, don't defend yourself. Just say, clearly they don't know the full story. I've done worse." This isn't coldness, it's emotional sovereignty. You don't have to accept every review as a personal verdict. Another example, you post a project online. A comment appears, "This is cheap and cliche." You can get offended, argue back, or pause and ask, "Is there any helpful feedback here? Could I refine something?" If not, then it's just noise. Let it go. Remember, not every critique deserves your pain, but every one of them can be a step forward. If you're grounded enough to stay centered, you choose to grow or to break, to learn or to shut down, to listen without bowing. Emotional strength means you remain the one at the wheel, not the passing voices in your comment section. Lock it in with a comment. Criticism doesn't define me, I use it to grow. Holding on to resentment is like drinking poison and waiting for the other person to get sick. But as long as you grip the past, you're not free. Letting go isn't weakness, it's the beginning of your inner power. Lesson number 10, let go to become truly free. Picture this, you're holding a burning coal, you're angry, you want to throw it at the person who hurt you. But while you wait for the right moment, the coal scorches your hand. That's how resentment works. Anger, bitterness, disappointment. You think you're holding the situation, but in truth, it's holding you. You're not in control. The pain is. Real strength isn't in revenge, proving a point, or clinging to anger. It's in saying, "This no longer controls me. I no longer carry this." Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It doesn't mean excusing someone else's actions. It means refusing to let the past steal your peace. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke." This is where your freedom begins. Example, a coworker steals your idea and takes credit. You're furious. You want to expose it. You want justice. But you pause and ask, will this improve my life? Will this give me peace? And you choose not to cling, not to burn, but to move forward, clear and free. How to let go, the Stoic way. Acknowledge the emotion. Anger, resentment, pain, they're human. You don't have to be made of stone, but you get to decide how long they stay. Reframe the experience. Ask, what did I learn? Who am I becoming because of this? Even pain can be a teacher. If you're willing to listen, return to the present. The past is behind you. The future hasn't happened. Your power is right now. Letting go brings you back to this moment, whole and awake. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, do not let what is out of your control interfere with your peace. Letting go isn't giving up. It's a conscious act of strength. You decide where your energy goes, toward revenge or creation. toward rage or clarity, toward the past or your real life. So the next time you feel yourself clinging to old pain, betrayal, anger, ask, is this worth my inner peace? Who would I become if I let this go right now? The answer will point you to freedom. Power isn't in holding tight. Power is knowing when it's time to release. And when you do, you become lighter, stronger, and truly free. Lock it in with a comment. I release the past, and I reclaim my peace. The 10 lessons you've just heard, they're not motivational quotes. They are practices for emotional resilience. This isn't about suppressing your feelings, and it's not about becoming indifferent. It's about staying clear and centered no matter the chaos outside. It's about not letting the external world dictate your internal peace. Emotional mastery is not about what happens to you. It's about how you choose to respond. The power to remain calm, grounded, and free has always been inside you. So now what? Pause before you react. Set boundaries that protect your energy. Let go of what and who you cannot control. Don't let someone's words or actions dictate your day. Choose peace, not because you're weak, but because you're strong enough to stay in control. Every time you choose clarity over anger, you take another step toward a life where nothing can knock you off course. If this video helped you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who may need a reminder of their own strength right now. And if you have your own ways of staying grounded, I'd love to hear them. Drop them in the comments. Thank you for walking this path with me. I hope you'll come back here whenever you need support or just a reminder of who you really are. Remember, emotional freedom isn't a destination. It's a daily practice, a choice you make again and again. So keep going. Keep coming back to yourself. Stay mindful and keep growing stronger. Until next time, take care of yourself and stay unshaken.